everyone. In this video, we are going to learn about the characteristics of successful entrepreneurs and the kind of challenges they face when they start their businesses. Now, first of all, you need to know what an entrepreneur is. An entrepreneur is an individual who takes the risk to combine factors of production to produce goods and services. Now, a little exam tip: if they ever ask you to define who an entrepreneur is, then you should remember to mention three main elements, which are risk, factors of production, and producing goods and services. Some famous examples of entrepreneurs are Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, and so on. So, what do these people have in common? And what are the characteristics of some successful entrepreneurs? Let's see. First, the entrepreneur has to be innovative. They should be able to create ideas and carve out a niche in the market to create products that stand out from their competitors. And second, they should also be multi-skilled. This is important because an entrepreneur in the starting especially might not have enough finance to hire specialists and other employees. Thus, they should be able to do all the things that go into running a business, like being able to make, sell, and promote the product. Third, the entrepreneur should also be hardworking. This is really important because setting up a business often requires long hours of working, no leisure time, and little to no breaks. Hence, it is important that the entrepreneur is dedicated and does not get demotivated easily. Fourth, they should also be able to bounce back quickly. This is a really important quality of a successful entrepreneur. This means that an entrepreneur should not feel demotivated and give up if the business faces some obstacles or setbacks. This is really important because a business thrives in a dynamic environment and there are a lot of changes happening continuously. Hence, the entrepreneur should be able to think creatively and come up with solutions and keep going. An entrepreneur should also be a risk taker. This is really important because they should be willing to take risks to invest their own finance in the business, for example, and look for opportunities that may help their business run smoothly. And lastly, an entrepreneur should also be good at leadership. They should be able to lead with example and motivate their employees to work just as hard as they do. Now that we've seen what qualities make an entrepreneur successful, let's see the kind of major challenges they can face. Now, one of the biggest challenges an entrepreneur can face is difficulty in identifying business opportunities. Many people might want to start a business, but they are unable to identify a market need that can be turned into a profitable business. That being said, an idea can come from anywhere, but if you do want to classify it into three categories, then here they are. First, an idea can come from your intrinsic experiences, for example, your hobbies and interests. And an example of this would be a person who likes baking might decide to turn it into a business and sell their products to friends and families. Now, second, they can also come by an individual carrying out market research. If they research on their own, even if it is small scale, they might be able to identify some gaps in the market and exploit them. And thirdly, it can also come when people visit franchising exhibitions or other trade fairs where they can meet up with different people and collaborate to generate new ideas and products. Another main challenge that entrepreneurs can face is difficulty in sourcing finance. There can be a lack of finance for many reasons. Mainly, it is because the entrepreneurs might not have sufficient savings to set up and run their business. Hence, they must look for external sources of finance, for example, banks and lenders. However, that can also be difficult because of multiple reasons. First, it could be because the business has a lack of record keeping. There are no past records that show that the business is able to deal successfully and return the money to banks. And second, it could also be because the business has poor or no business plan at all. This is really important because then banks think that the business has not been well thought out and they think it is too risky and the business has higher chances of failure. And third, it can also be because entrepreneurs are actually unaware of financial aid or grants that are available around them. Another important challenge that entrepreneurs may face is deciding on a right location. This is really important because deciding the right location has direct impacts on your fixed costs, revenue, and profits. Fixed costs are costs that do not change over a period of time, and in this case, it would be the rent. Moreover, the location should be such that it provides the lowest break-even level of output. Break-even level of output is the level of output that you need to sell in order for your revenue to equal your costs. You will learn about this later, so don't worry. Moreover, there are also other factors that go into deciding a location, and one of them is nearness to customers. Your business should be set up in such a place that it is accessible for customers, especially if you're providing a consumer service. You cannot expect customers to drive for hours just because your salon is outside of the city. Another challenge is competition from already existing and larger firms. These firms already have loyal customers, brand image, more finance, and more market knowledge. Hence, it can be difficult for startups to compete, in terms of pricing especially. So they need to compete in other ways like providing better consumer services so that they can establish themselves successfully in the market. Lastly, another challenge that entrepreneurs might face is building a customer base, again because of high competition from existing firms. Hence, they need to be able to attract new customers quickly and establish themselves in the market. This can be done in multiple ways, for example, by providing more specialized services and taking special requests that larger firms might not be able to cater to. That is all for today's video. In the next video, we will look at the remaining concepts and finish the first chapter.